Phil Spencer is quite the chatty fellow today as he spoke on not only their plans for the Xbox One in 2017, but also he touched a little bit on Xbox Play Anywhere. Now, when speaking at the Halo Wars 2 launch event, he discussed the topic of Xbox Play Anywhere. Now, the service is, I would say, pretty damn good, but of course there's been numerous concerns raised about it and criticisms and so on. There's been numerous people saying that it's going to be just another pet project for Microsoft that's going to get left in the dust as soon as it's convenient for them. But it seems that, no, it's actually working out pretty nicely for Microsoft and don't expect it to go anywhere anytime soon. And he said, quote, "The most important thing for me about Xbox Play Anywhere is that you play games anywhere you want." And people will just talk about it like, is it selling more games? Is it about monetization? And I'm just like, I want our Xbox customers to be able to play their games. If they're at a place in front of a PC, they can play. If they're on a console, they can play. So actually seeing it, we ship Gears, we ship Forza, and we're shipping Halo Wars 2, and of course there was Resident Evil 7, and we talked to our developers. What they say is that the people who play on both platforms play more. And I think that's validation of the program. It's not about where customers buy their games, it's not about whether PC is bigger or console. It's just about giving people more opportunities to play, and I'm really committed to Xbox Play Anywhere, and it's really great to see the third-party support that we're getting. Now, to be honest, I'm pretty down with what Phil's saying here. It's just a convenience for the consumer, How many people use this feature, I don't know, but it still sounds pretty convenient to me that, I can start a game of like Gears of War 4 or whatever on my Xbox One and then continue exactly where I left off on my PC. I don't really see the downside. I mean, it's not like a game has to be Xbox Play Anywhere in order to be, on the PC platform or even on the Windows 10 store. At least I don't think so. It's just a nice feature to have. And to be honest, I hope that it doesn't go anywhere because, well, again, it's pretty useful. Not having to buy the same game twice when you own both platforms is definitely something that I'm not going to be complaining about anytime soon. However, the more interesting part of Phil's comments were actually made in a post on Xbox.com, which I will, of course, post in the description for your perusal. Now, of course, he did touch on the Xbox Scorpio, which he called the most powerful console ever, and to be honest, he's not wrong with the specs that we know so far, and also touched on their plans to deliver more exclusive games in 2017 than they did last year. Of course, he was keen to talk about their first-party lineup as well, and called it bigger and more differentiated, and pointed out things such as Sea of Thieves, State of Decay 2, Crackdown 3, and apparently we can expect quite the show at E3 as well. And he said, quote, 2017 is shaping up to be one of the most exciting years ever for Xbox gamers. We are preparing to launch the most powerful console ever made this holiday, Project Scorpio, along with a diverse lineup of games. In fact, we're committed to delivering even more exclusive games for both Xbox One and Windows 10 this year than we launched in 2016. Now, what's more interesting, however, is that he also made mention of a couple of projects whose fates were kind of unknown, one of them being Phantom Dust. Of course, we had a whole controversy about that a while back, how it was scrapped not long after it was announced, and how the trailer that we saw at E3 was completely made without knowledge of the actual developers, and just a bit of a mess. But it seems that Phantom Dust does live on. As he says, quote, "I'm also excited about the return of 2 original Xbox classics coming to Xbox One and Windows 10 this spring, Phantom Dust and Voodoo Vince. Fans of the original game Phantom Dust can look forward to the re-release of the original classic with Xbox Play Anywhere support and crossplay, as well as improvements to game balance and frame rate. Voodoo Vince Remastered is coming to Xbox One, Windows 10 and Steam through the ID at Xbox program. This new edition features high-fidelity visuals and Xbox Play Anywhere support, along with the classic gameplay and brilliant soundtrack fans know and love." Now, unfortunately, he didn't have much to share on Xbox Scorpio, but we do know they have something in store for us regarding that at E3, when, of course, they revealed that they're going to be doing their show earlier than normal on the Sunday of E3. They teased Project Scorpio in the reveal image, so I would very much expect to be getting a full lowdown of Scorpio, at least the price, what it looks like, release date and so on. Maybe not the full in-depth specs, but at least, hey, here's the console, here's a short teaser, here's the price, here's maybe some more of the specs, then we'll get more details later on down the line. That is definitely what I'm looking forward to most from their E3 presentation. Of course, games like Sea of Thieves, and of course Phantom Dust as well. And while it's not particularly interesting to me. Obviously a lot of people are going to be looking forward to like Crackdown 3, and I have no doubt they have a few more surprises as well up their sleeves, especially in the indie department. They of course had the wonderful Inside on show quite recently at their E3 presentation. I believe it was last year or perhaps the year previous. But either way, they've definitely had some really good games at their shows, AAA and otherwise, so I'm definitely curious to see how Microsoft can step up their game this year. And 2017, with the release of Scorpio, could very much be their year. Of course, it's not going to be till quite late in the year that we actually see it come into the consumer's hands, but still, it's going to be interesting. Regardless of all that, I suggest you check out the description for the link to Phil's full comments on Xbox.com. I have shown you only a small smattering of what he had to say regarding the future of Xbox. Let me know your thoughts and opinions as always. I'll see you next time.